Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be just talking a little bit of trash about the directors at the School for Troubled Girls that I went to as a teenager and how they are hiding their reviews and themselves from their own business. We're also just going to do this quick look. I am sick today. My sister is sick as well and she just brought me a ton of food, so I'm going to get off now and make this super quick and sweet, short and sweet. So if you want to hear some trash talk and also see how we got this look, just keep watching. All the products will be linked below. I'm sick as fuck. And there's a lot of noise going on over here. My sister is coming with Panera. So I wanted to do a quick look with y'all while we wait. It's a disaster in the back of me, but I don't think there's any reflections that you'll be able to see the disaster in. Knock on wood. Let's do like a fun look and talk shit about the people who ran the program that I went to as a teenager. I'm going to use the Divine Rose palette, and I'm going to start with that mauve shade, and I don't know what direction this look is going to go in, so we'll just figure it out as we go. I love Pat McGrath, you guys already know that. I'm like a PMG stan. I love her makeup and stuff, so let's just bang it out and hope that I beat my sister. So I mentioned this in YouTube Shorts, but I'm kind of frustrated because I wasn't able to review the program for like 10-ish years because there was no way to. They weren't on Yelp or Google because people will write bad things about them based off of experience. So I wasn't able to, and I always felt really stifled and like I couldn't express like my truth or whatever. Oh, and now the neighbor's dog. So I was never able to like express my truth and tell my story until like a couple years ago when I noticed that there was a review page on Google. They came up on Google, they had their address up, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to say what happened to me here so that parents, prospective parents, can just see one of the stories or whatever. And then I started to see other friends that I went with also post their reviews, and I felt like maybe there's some justice in the world. And then I took to social media with many other survivors of the TTI, just my story, just so that I could share it. Oh, by the way, I'm using that darker color now. Just so I could share it. And I didn't even mean to. I say this in like every few videos, but I didn't mean to. I was doing a makeup video, and I had been kind of inspired by my feed of other survivors and connecting with people who went through similar things that I did. And I was like, I'm going to tell mine. And so I told it and it went super viral. And then that's what encouraged me to keep talking about it. If nobody was willing to listen to what I had to say, I wouldn't have ever kept talking about it, because honestly, like it's already like hard to revisit and people accuse you of lying. And I never felt like what I went through was like so bad, like it sucked, but like I was like pushing down like all my feelings about it, yada, yada, yada. Well, after my video went viral and people started seeing, like asking like what school this was and I would say it, then their Google reviews got absolutely fucking trashed, as well as people seeing like other survivors who were speaking out against them. Like it wasn't just me, but like I am one of the main girls who talks about what my experience at that school. And so I was like, well, this is crazy. They had so many, like hundreds of bad reviews. They were having to respond to the bad reviews and everything. And then I checked this week because my mom was here visiting, and you guys always ask what my mom thinks about like what happened to me. She's horrified. She didn't really know what was happening to me while it was going on because there was just so much that she wasn't there for. And then for like a year, she was calling, trying to get me out, and she couldn't because I hadn't finished high school and they were like delaying my education or whatever. So so I was trying to show her the review page because I'm low-key proud of that. It's like just something, it just feels like there's some kind of justice in the world. But then I looked for it and it wasn't up there anymore. So because they were so like infiltrated by past people who went there, who were seeing my videos and girls wanting to share their other experience, I started seeing more and more of my friends pop up in there, girls that I knew personally that I went with, and yeah, they were all gone. So I think like they didn't want to fight that fight, and they're just gonna look wrong no matter what they do. So they took down their Google reviews or their Google page all together. I'm just using that color, by the way. This palette is crazy. So yeah, it's disheartening, but like whatever. Now they're only on niche.com and they still have like 3.5 stars out of 5, which I think is ludicrous because on Google reviews, they were brought like into the negatives. Everybody was saying like, I wish I could rate it 0. So that did give me a lot of peace when that was going on, but it's totally wiped now. They're gonna continue to try to like keep getting away with hurting young girls. So yeah, the whole situation is frustrating, but life goes on and this won't be the last of it, you know? And eventually too, they're gonna have to open up some sort of webpage again. And when they do, I will share my experience all over again. But it does just suck because finally, like, we were able to, like, speak out, and then it just seems like they're hiding again. In schools like these, they hide. You don't have to hide if you're not doing anything wrong, but if you're doing something wrong, you have to disappear. And that's why I think they were never on any sort of web page to begin with, because I went there a really long time ago. I was 15 and now I'm 29. And I wasn't able to like share my story all those years because they're hiding. I'm gonna go ahead and do the waterline too. I saw like Painted by Spencer say that he does like a shadow or shadow liner in. And now I realize I did it with pencil, not shadow. So I actually did it wrong. Let me grab some shadow and try to fix it. Also, there's some guy digging in the trash next door, which is really annoying because we're shooting audio in here and he's just digging in the trash. I'm sure he needs something, but like in the middle of the day, you come back later? Something about living in LA is there's always going to be somebody digging through your trash or in your alleyway. This neighborhood I'm in is better than the one I was in before I was here. It was really bad in my last one. Like, for example, there was a guy in my alleyway and I was taking the trash and he was like a young guy, like didn't look so far off from me, like looked like a guy my age. And he said something to me and I said, "What?" And he said, "Do you want to get in the dumpster?" And I was like, "Are you saying you're going to kill me and put me in the dumpster? Or am I just reading into things too much?" Just really scared me. I moved out, never going back to that neighborhood. And I always say I'm like a crazy person magnet. And so are my sisters, but I'm trying not to be. But these crazy people feel at home with me, probably because crazy knows crazy. Like, I'm recovering. I'm in recovery from being crazy. Like, I really am. I haven't done anything bad in like years. But bad as in just like crazy, like bad for me. But oh, there's a baby again. But yeah, I'm recovering crazy, but crazy people they still can get a read on me. They still think I'm a fellow crazy. I'm an ex-crazy is what I should say. This whole thing, talking about the whole subject has been one big mistake, but it's been really nice for me because I feel like I stumbled upon a lot of healing by accident, just by telling the tale, like saying things out loud. It's so therapeutic. You don't even need a therapist to do it. I was in therapy this year too, but I stopped because I ran out of things. I like went dry a little bit, but I'll be back. Because we were meeting every single week, and the last couple times I was kind of dreading it because I was like, oh, I just don't have anything to talk about, and we're just making small talk, and I'm like talking about movies or like things that don't really matter. I'm like trying to like find a trauma, like I just didn't really have one. And the trauma that I do have, it's like I have old trauma, but I don't have new trauma. Like I don't need to be in therapy, like, well, maybe I do, but I don't want to be in therapy 24/7. I'd rather take a break because it was like exhausting to like have to get up and talk to somebody first thing in the morning. I was doing BetterHelp, and yeah, it just got old, but I will probably start again next time I run into some sort of hard knock. Kind of expensive. Like they say that BetterHelp is affordable, but I didn't find it to be that affordable. Like it's affordable for people with good jobs. It's not affordable for everybody. And it's not more affordable than most therapists because a lot of therapists you can use your insurance for. BetterHelp, you can't even use your insurance, which I'm not knocking BetterHelp. I loved it, but it's not as affordable as they say it is. Now, let's use this glitter. I show this in shorts, and I already have quite a lot of glitter, but this is a glitter gel, and glitter gels just bump it up even more so. So let's try it. Oh yeah. My sister is really gonna be like, what the fuck? I thought you had the flu when you're in drag. So one of you guys asked me to do drag. I suck at drag. I also don't have the face for it. Some women have, a lot of women have like stronger features than me. Like my face is softer. Like my sister, she has like a very nice jawline, chin situation. I don't have that. I'm more like rounded. And when I do like certain looks, I look really ugly. Whereas like somebody with those features of like, just like more prominent features maybe, they look better in that. It's like the same people who look pretty with the bold glamour filter. Like, I don't really look pretty with that on. I look like a dude. I always felt too, this was like a weird thing growing up, but I always felt like when I was like a younger girl, I always felt like I never felt feminine, which is weird because my mom like said like I love to fix my hair and like play dress up and stuff. And I want to be feminine, like, and I am to the core. But when I was younger, I felt like I wasn't feminine enough. And I was also very flat chested. I had a boob job, obviously. I think I said something in one of my videos about it, but and that's like totally a me thing because tons of my friends, like one of my friends the other day, she's like, I was like, I want to go bigger. She's like, you want to go bigger? And she's like about the same size I was before. Doesn't bother her at all. She loves it. But for me, for some reason, I had a complex about that, and it came from within. Like, people didn't make fun of me. I mean, like, they did, but kids make fun. Like, I've been made fun of for things that made me feel a lot worse. Like, that didn't really bother me. I wasn't like bullied over that, but like I would bully myself over that for sure. Anyway, I forgot. We were talking about the people running it. So I also think it's interesting because the directors' names are Bob and Carla Lee, and they took their own photos off their website as well. Their website is christianschoolforgirls.com, and I routinely check it because for a while they were like responding to like the social media backlash. And so like I just thought it was interesting to look at it. And then after a while I noticed that they took their own photo down. And I think they took their own photo down when the girl from Lakeland, Naomi Woods, passed away. I think at that point they realized the danger in being associated with the program that they run under the same organization, and they started to worry or something, which again just brings me to the thought that if you're not doing anything wrong, why are you hiding? Mario Foundation, I haven't used this in a while because I get really into things for like a couple weeks at a time, and that's all I want to use. So like for a while I was really into this, and then I got back onto like a BB cream that I also really like. This is a Moda brush, by the way. If you like it, I'll link it for you. I kind of like how the makeup goes on with this. At first, when I first got it, I was like, it looks like crap, but it works really well, surprisingly. Kind of like a dupe of the Dior brush that's going viral right now. But don't get me wrong, I want that. Ooh, they just turned the water off till tomorrow. Good thing I took a shower today. Jesus. Anyway, what was I just saying? This looks like the Dior brush. Long story short, whatever it was I was saying, this looks like the Dior brush that's going viral right now, but I also want that brush. So it's a dupe, but it's not a dupe enough to stop me from buying that. So noisy on this street. I need to move again. Moving is such a hassle, and I always feel like as soon as I've figured out the way I want to decorate the place I'm in, I always feel like then I'm ready to move. Because for me, it takes me a long time to figure out like what goes where and how to decorate things. Like it takes me like a really long time, especially in a new space. I move everything around like throughout the year again and again until it's nice. So figuring out a new space is just annoying. It's fun, but it's annoying. They also took one of the counselors off the website, and it makes me think that she asked to be taken off because she's afraid of backlash as well. And me and her were kind of close. We weren't close because we enjoyed each other's company. We were close because we were placed together a lot, because when they were using me as like a workhorse in the program, she was kind of like the first person to like teach me what I should be doing. So yeah, I just think it's really interesting. And also, you guys, like this isn't like my only personality trait, but the demand on YouTube to talk about it is really high, and I don't mind talking about it at all. In fact, I've said in the past that it helps me to talk about it. So, yeah. Everybody's been de-influencing this contour, and I get it, but it's also like, it's not a bad product. Is it worth what it costs? Probably not. Is it a bad product? Not at all. And then people say like the sponge like soaks it all up, you can't see it. If you're fair, I could see it not seeing it. Wait, what shade is this? Fair to medium. Okay, this is a fair shade. On medium skin, and I'm speaking from experience because most of my clients are like medium-ish. They're like olive. That wouldn't do enough on them by the time it's blended. But I've never tried, but there's another color, isn't there, that's dark? I'm pretty sure there's another color, and I haven't tried that, so can't speak for them all. But like this is light to medium. I think it's only, well, it's fair to medium. I think it's really only fair maybe to light. But it's not bad. And if you feel like if you have it and you feel like your sponge is absorbing it all, you should actually blend it with a brush. Oh, I think I hear my sister arriving. Let's see. She's here, and I said, you should come say hi to the camera, and she said, no. She's really sick too. Which is really handy that we're both sick, because... Is this a live video? It's a YouTube. There she is. Look at all those wellness drinks she brought.
Delicious.
Wow, thank you. That looks so awesome.
Delicious.
We both have either the flu or COVID. I think it's because all week, I think I was coming down with it. And this happened last time the first time I ever had I got hives from head to toe, like really bad hives. And then this week, I felt like all week I was fighting off hives. And last time, and then, and my mom, she got last year, and she then had hives for a week too. I took off. I had a client Tuesday and I canceled. And then I had actually two. One canceled last week. And then today I canceled her and sent her a referral because today's Sunday and I just can't, even if I do feel better, it's a pretty quick turnaround and she has little babies. She'd be really pissed if I got her sick. I mean, who wouldn't? Groceries. I'm gonna do Foxy Brown in Charlotte Tilbury and then I'm gonna get off. This is very rude of me to continue. I like this glitter though. Look at that, that's freaking crazy. And because I'm not going anywhere, it can be crazy. Because nobody needs to see it anyway.
Changed their baguette.
They did?
Yeah.
Wait, come and bring the baguette.
Okay.
Look what she brought. I'm gonna use my Florasis powder that I showed one video ago. Look what she brought. A whole baguette from Panera. And she's all stuffed up too, going we're both really sick. We're girls. Oh shoot, we're not allowed to say that word. I'm gonna edit it out.
Baguette?
No.
Oh.
Well, it's not like you're not allowed to, but your video will get flagged.
Yeah, it'll get the CDC warning.
Yeah. We don't want the CDC warning, so I'm gonna backtrack. If anything seems confusing, it's because I had to take out the C word. I'm gonna use my bronzer from my Mob palette. It's a bronzer, but for me, it's more of a contour.
It must be nice to just be glamorous when other people are looking their most hideous.
I thought that I would feel better if I got a little glam on.
Yeah, honestly, that does help.
Broken highlight. This is the best bronzy highlight ever. I think it's discontinued, but nice. Okay, lip gloss, and then I actually am going because I feel bad. This is a Revlon super lustrous gloss. I've been really into this. Ever since I filmed my last pan video, I've been so into this. Okay, this is the look. Thanks for getting ready with me today. And I will be back here this week more than usual because I'm sick and I had to cancel everything. Sorry for the background noise. There's a little mouse out there. I'll see you for the next one. Bye!